Good morning. Welcome
Good
to
morning.
I'm Lyle Johnson, and I'm going to be talking to you by way of a new format today. And we're talking to Kim Myers and Lori Dean out in BC. Of course, people around here will remember Lori from being a graduate student from Peacock, and also being part of the CHAB morning crew for many years. And Kim, because of his wonderful skills of choosing places to play, had a supper one evening when the Stampeders were playing here and met young Lori, and sparks happened, and now they're happily married living in BC. And so thanks for joining us today, folks. Nice to see your shining faces again.
Oh, you too.
Great to see you, Lyle.
Yeah. And so I asked Kim and Lori to join us. A couple of reasons. Lori, of course, when she was in high school, was an actress and did some very good work. But she also was a cheerleader, and I sent her a picture that I found on the web of her and the other girls. And what a memory, eh, Lori?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it when you sent that. I don't know where you dug it up, but yeah, actually very good memories. We won the city championships one year too, so lots of fun, lots of wonderful memories from high school. And if I was good at acting at all, I had a very good drama teacher, that being you, of course.
Wow. I'm glad the screen is wide. Okay, Philip, but thank you. And of course, you guys are living in Coldstream, which is part of Vernon, I guess.
Yeah, we're still officially in Vernon. Our mail comes to Vernon. If we go a block up the hill, it's Coldstream.
All merged together now.
Yeah. So, and Kim, I've been watching you on YouTube, and you've been posting some things, doing a song a week and a little chat about them. I found them really interesting, Kim. And I thought people, if they weren't aware that you were doing this kind of thing, by watching the show today, maybe they'll get an information and get a desire to watch that, because it's I liked it. And I was talking to Lori. I sent her an email about that, and the story, the speech patterns that you use when you're telling your stories are really interesting. And as a drama teacher, a former drama teacher, I like the way that you run your phrases and use good emphasis and pacing in your words. And it adds to the quality of the production. So
That would be a word that I would use.
But,
well, I mean, I really, that's amazing that you see that and think that, because there is no, I'm just, I'm amazed that I can talk for like 5 or 10 minutes without having anyone to bounce back off of. So what you're seeing mostly is just me searching for words.
Well, it's a good search. Now, Lori, what are you guys doing out there now? Kim, you're still involved with music, and of course, the Stampeders had a big plan of a tour this year that obviously is not going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the Stampeders have been active all along for many years now, and so this year's tour, we tour every year, but this year's tour was, well, I don't know. It's been put off until October, November, so it still exists. There is a possibility of it, but I think a lot of people are feeling fairly uncertain about the future, regardless of the time frame. So, yeah, it's a year. It's downtime now, and we've just been home for a couple of months now, and that's all there is.
Now, do you practice at all? I know you play, but
practicing. I'm engaged in stuff. Let me turn this here a little bit. Those are my, well, there's a mask. So these are my V drums. These are a virtual instrument that have really come a long way over the years, so that now they're playable just like a regular drum kit, and they've got a really good response. And so you can, it's not like the original electric drums were like little pieces of rubber set on 2x4s. just triggers, and these are the same, but they have a wide range of sensitivity. And really, it's like an electric guitar is to an acoustic guitar, the virtual drum to an acoustic kit. There's my I'll turn aside there. There's my regular ones back there, and as you can see, they're stacked up and not ready to play right at the moment. But the V drums are what I'm doing now because of the situation we're in, and also there's just a lot more you can do with them. They're a lot easier to record, and an infinite number of sounds and approaches to take with them.
And a new learning experience too, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's taken a while to get the touch, which is the same with an electric guitar relative to an acoustic. And so yeah, but I'm enjoying them. It's a little odd sometimes to be smash a big piece of rubber and have it sound like a great cymbal, but hey.
Laurie, you guys have moved recently. I'm not sure how soon, but recent that is. But you're down in the basement. Kim's got a studio set up for himself. And how about you? Because you do some online work as well.
Well, it's generally when all this hit too, it affected my employment, so to speak, because I work for Kim when he's doing all this music and stuff. So as a couple of years ago now, my cousin and I set up an online radio station as a hobby, which we want to turn into a bit of a business. But now, that's on hold as well. But we're still running the radio station 24/7. It's called Dusty Discs Radio, music and memories from the 60s through the 80s. And pardon me?
Is that the whole title?
Well, Dusty Discs Radio is the whole title, and then that's what we play. Maybe Canadian artists as well from those decades.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I just want people are trying to write this down.
Yeah, no, dustydiscsradio.com or DDR. So we go 24/7. Lots of songs you'll know, some you've forgotten about, and very cool Canadian artists from those decades as well. So that's really fun. We've worked out a lot of bugs because we didn't have a template. We made things up as we went along because we were doing things a bit differently than some of the other online radio stations. And now we're looking forward to whatever happens next after we can go back to the new normal. And one of the things involves podcasting. So we're working out all those bugs. And in the meantime, we've got the time to do it. So why not take advantage of trying to figure out how to turn this into something more?
Yeah. And Kim, for you, you've been, like I said, you've been practicing. You still play locally there in Vernon with a group.
Oh, I don't play locally at all anymore.
Really?
Yeah, all the places that I played with a local band for it's about 5 years ago now, for a couple of years, but basically everything went away. There are very few places to play for musicians. It's really turning into an online world, the world of music. And of performance, and especially now, that's completely where it is. But even when we were going out and going to the clubs and restaurants and things, the number of venues for live music has just vanished locally here anyway. And even throughout the whole Okanagan, there's only 2 or 3 venues that I know of that still employ musicians, and it's only a night or 2 a week. So it's not a good way to make a living if you're
No, of course, the band, the Stampeders, do tours, and that gets you out and about.
Yeah.
It's a sad commentary because I know Vernon has always had a vibrant live music scene. There's lots of I've seen a lot of the bands that have happened there, and there were some venues for them. But yeah, I can understand that more recently that has gone away. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah, I think it's too bad that, in a sense, it disintegrated or disappeared even before the COVID thing came along. I don't know. I don't know why the attraction of live music has faded so. Who knows? I'm hoping it'll bounce back, but
Yeah. I know the same thing. I was watching this yesterday. I was watching Jersey Boys on the movie version of it. It's on there, and I had the good fortune to go to New York and watch Jersey Boys perform because one of my former students was actually in the cast at that time, and Cara Tremble is her name. And watching the musical live, watching music live is so much better for me than to watch a movie, which has all this, opportunities to edit and costume change and stuff, where the beauty of the theater shows you the vibrancy of it. So it's just like watching your band or any band that you play in, or it's kind of sad when you don't get to see those things.
Well, yeah, and it's a collective experience, right? If you're in a theater, you're there with a whole bunch of other people, and it creates a totally different vibe than listening, than being, even if you're watching something that was recorded live, sitting in your living room or whatever. It's not the experience by any stretch of the imagination, and so it's got to come back around. I mean, it'll be a while, but it'll be back.
Well, we're into our last couple of minutes here already, just zipping along.
It is, yeah.
Kim, if people want to watch and catch up on some of the stuff that you're doing, what's the site that they can go to see music?
Yeah, mostly I put stuff up. It all goes on the Stampeders Facebook page, and that's where to go to watch. I've put a few things on YouTube, but mostly I forget or don't bother because most of the views come from the Stampeders fan base, which is quite large. And so there's I was fascinated by how many people tune in to watch my chat and my song sort of thing, which is that's about what I do.
So is that so? If you just go to YouTube and say Stampeders,
or not YouTube, just Facebook.
Oh, sorry, Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook Stampeders, and it should be there.
Yeah.
Either that or you'll see like a football player, but
yeah,
get a couple of options.
You might have a better opportunity of performing than a football player. Yeah. Well, you guys, it's been a pleasure. I know when I get to BC, I'll have to come down and visit you. Thanks for taking time to talk to me today. I know life can be sometimes busy and sometimes not so busy, but it caught you at a good time when you're not so busy. And that really is good to me. So thank you for sharing today. And I hope people who are watching will say, oh yeah, we got to do that. We should watch them and see what they do. Listen to Dusty's DDR.
Dusty Discs Radio.
Yeah, Dusty, listen to that. And
we just can't say Dusty Discs. I know.
14 times. I'm sure you never planned it to be a challenge to us verbally, but you did a good job.
Yeah, we wanted to challenge you.
Yeah. So Kim and Lori, thank you very much for doing this for us. And
thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. And we'll see you back when you're. Now, was Moose Jaw part of this tour this year? Or?
No, it was last year. We were in Moose Jaw.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so
you always fill it out. You always fill it out.
Every 2 or 3 years, we make the rounds.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to that. You and Took, we have Moose Jaw connections, so we like to have both those bands because they're wonderful bands. And when they come to town, I'm sure that people will just rock the place and have such.
Oh, they always do. Moose Jaw's great, and I spent 18 months living in Moose Jaw, so I know the city very well.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Okay, thanks you guys for.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
And thanks to you for watching. And we'll see you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.